Hello everyone and welcome back to more of the Fruit of Grisaia. I don't know exactly what kind of life Makina has lived up until now, but I do know a little about the Irisu, a family of immense power that stays behind the scenes, constantly maneuvering deep below the surface of society. I know Makina didn't ask for the role they forced onto her shoulders. Even as a child, she sensed something strange about the world she lived in, so clearly different from that of others her age, and in time she came directly into contact with the foul corruption inside her own family. That corruption claimed her father, the only person in the Irisu household who had really loved her. She hasn't had a real ally since. Even that small goal of opening a bakery, hardly the wildest of ambitions, must seem like a faint and distant dream to her, Makina. Makina's hopes for the future had stayed hidden away deep inside for some time. Maybe speaking them out loud provided something in the way of catharsis. The girl is already snoring softly into her pillow. If my child has dreams, I won't spare any effort to help make them happen. That's my role now. And the problem is Makina's grandfather. The girl's told him that she isn't going to return, but I can't imagine he'll accept that answer. Makina wants nothing to do with the Irisu clan anymore, but simply declaring that won't bring this to an end. Even if we did manage to win over her grandfather, the Irisu aren't a small enough organization to be swayed by the will of one soft-hearted individual. It was too late the moment the old man learned she was in good health. Makina will be dragged into a power struggle. Whether or not she wants any part of it, there's no longer any room for doubt. Even if I make the whole world my enemy, huh? Might have gone a little overboard with that one. But there are some things a man just has to do. I've made my decision, and I will carry it out, even if it means tearing the chains off my neck and becoming a stray. I think this job might be the reason why I'm here, and in that light, it feels as though my life might have some small meaning of its own. Next morning I woke up drenched in sweat. Not that anything was out of the ordinary, just the usual nightmare. As planned, I woke up at 2:30 to check up on Makina. The girl was still out like a light, drooling onto an already filthy pillow. All well and good. But when I tried to go back to sleep, I found my nerves were badly on edge. Although I kept my eyes shut and turned around in my sleeping bag many times, I just couldn't manage to get much rest. When I did nod off into light slumber, I'd spend maybe 15 minutes in the nightmare, then jerk awake again. The pattern played out again and again, straight through to morning. Just how long will it take before I can forget that day? The memory's glued in place, never fading, no matter how many years pass. I can even remember the dull sensation of the weapon against my palm. As I wipe beads of sticky sweat from my forehead with the back of one hand, my half-open eyelids twitch at the touch of the summer sunlight. The light pouring in through the window is already intense, suggesting another blazing hot day to come. This is no good. My harsh breathing just doesn't want to settle down. I can't get back into my normal rhythm. This heavy, irritating feeling, as though I've got some malevolent spirit squatting on my back, lingers on and on. Suddenly realizing my throat's painfully dry, I force my leaden body up off the ground and crawl out of my sleeping bag. I pour myself a glass of tap water from the kitchen sink, and then another, and another. I can't stop sweating. No matter how many times I wipe the salty liquid off my face, the beads keep trickling down. In the moment, I realize they're actually tears. I sense someone gazing at me.
Papa, どうしたの?
Nothing's wrong. No doubt woken by the sound of the gushing faucet, Makina is sitting up in her bed. Her eyes are still blurry with sleep, but her gaze is focused intently on me.
泣いてるの?
It's nothing. I'm just sweating. Rather than embarrassment at letting the girl see me crying, fear at having revealed my weakness takes precedence. Menaced by some vaguely defined shadow, overwhelmed by the need to escape, I hurriedly throw on my running clothes.
Papa,
I'm gonna run for a while. beyond pathetic. No matter how many years pass, I'm still a gutless weakling brought to tears by dreams. I'm always running away from something, always being chased by shadows. Even after my master took me in, this fundamental cowardice never really went away. I need to protect Makina. For her sake, of course, but also for mine. If I were to lose even her, I don't think I'd be able to get back on my feet again. I run into the muggy morning, as if fleeing from that frightening thought. Wow. Makina, are you really alright with this?
パパになら私の処女をあげてもパパに奪ってほしいのよ。
What? When did this happen?
どんどん奪っちゃって。
Whoa. Whoa.
どこへ？あ、そうか、入れるのか。
Whoa.
どうぞ。痛い。ごめん、待って待って。これはシャレにならんのよさ。
I'm not even halfway in yet, you know.
いや、無理。これ以上は普通に避けちゃうし。ごめんなさい。今日はもうギブってことで。
What? What the hell happened? When did this happen? Why did this happen? What?
そりゃ、わかるけど。
Back to it? What?
避けちゃう。
Oh my god. What?
避けちゃった。それこそおつまみチーズのごとく。
Oh god, that's a horrible image. Ugh.
二人になっちゃいました。
Whoa!
てな感じでマキナが二人に。
What the fuck just happened? What the hell's wrong with you? When I returned from my run, I found Amane waiting for me in the lounge. From what she tells me, it seems Makina has been acting strangely. Early this morning, the girl visited Amane's room with a somewhat discouraged look on her face, and proceeded to sit around sighing heavily. Amane tried to talk to her, but she answered only in vague grunts and monosyllables. Speculating that things hadn't gone well in bed last night, Amane searched for appropriate words of comfort, but when she looked back after taking her eyes off the girl for a brief moment, it seemed Makina had begun vigorously kneading wheat flour dough in the kitchen, cheerfully singing an incomprehensible mystery song to herself. Puzzled at this rapid improvement in her mood, Amane shrugged and went to take a shower, but when she returned in her room this time, she found Makina curled up in the corner of the room with her head in her hands, groaning miserably. Faced with these absurdly dramatic and seemingly random mood swings, Amane arrived at a very bold hypothesis.
マキナは二人いる。これはそういうトリックなのかと。
What the hell? Alright, Amane. First off, let's think this over rationally. Who would this trick be trying to deceive, and to what end?
いや、まあ別に私も本気で言ってるわけじゃないけどね。昨日の夜何かあったのかなってちょっと気になってさ。
Nothing worth mentioning. I do have a rough idea as to the root cause of Makina's unusual behavior. The girl's had a heavy problem fall into her out of nowhere, and it's not something she can carelessly discuss with her friends, but moping around in silence would only attract concern, making her feel even more awkward and miserable. So she forced herself to smile and sing in an attempt at lightening the mood, but soon enough some careless thought abruptly reminded her of her worries. And once again, Makina ended up with her head in her hands, sighing and groaning over the problem she can't possibly resolve on her own. The one and only person she can really talk to about all this is me. Seeing tears on my face this morning must have worsened her emotional turmoil. Rather than running off in an attempt at hiding what happened, I should have sat down and talked to the girl, honestly. Looking back on it now, I regret that choice.
それで結局昨夜は男女の性的な行為は営まれたので
What is wrong with everyone in this fucking school? Good God. Hello to you too. I mean, why are you even here?
風見さんとマキちゃんが同衾するというお話を昨夜天音さんから聞き及びましては
Why does everyone just assume I'm gonna sleep with everybody?
老婆心とでも申しましょうか。マキちゃんの友人として安閑としてはいられ
What
よ
the
うもな
hell's
く
Yenta mean?
結果の遺憾を本人の口から厳しく問いただそうかと思いまして
Hang on, we're finding out what Yenta means real quick. Hang on. Just take me a second. A woman who's gossip or busybody. Well, there you go. Learned a new word today. You're welcome. Look, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I didn't do anything I need to feel guilty about. Makina came to my room and slept in my bed. I slept on the floor. That's it. Nothing else happened. Clear enough for you?
ああ、だからマキナ、なんか元気がなかったのね。
No, that's not why she's down, because nothing happened.
風見さん、あなたには失望しました。
You know what? I'm disappointed in you. All of you. Disgust me. Why?
いいユージ。女の子がね、男の部屋に泊まるってのは、それはもうやって OK ってことなのよ。
I'm sorry, Amane. We can't all be as easy as a three-piece puzzle. I really don't think that's a universal law. Personally, I've heard plenty of stories about women crashing at a male friend's place after missing the last train home, then awkwardly shooting the guy down when he tries to make a move.
抱かれる意を決し、いつもより念入りにお風呂に入って、抱えた枕で高鳴る胸の鼓動を隠しつつも、さあ、いつでも抱きなさいと身構えていればあっさりする。
Y'all fucked in the head. That's the only explanation I got. Therapy cannot save you.
これではマキちゃんの女としてのプライドがズタズタです。
Yeah, I'm sure that's what she was expecting me to sleep with her. Good God. What is wrong with you? What exactly are you telling me to do here?
マキナなら今私の部屋でパン焼いてるからそっと背中を抱きしめてマキナお前が欲しいって言えばいいのよ。
I don't know why I talked to you. But look, what if she just shakes me off and yells, cut it out or something? Now I'm the one nursing the bruised ego. Sulky women are troublesome beyond measure. The representative director of the Troublesome Women's Society, Madame JB, is a prototypical example. Why are we even entertaining the notion of doing this in any capacity? Man, we're all fucked in the head. What is wrong with us? Every character is fucked in the head. Not only will she shriek, cut it out when you try to make amends, if you actually stop, she'll get even angrier. Oh, it's weird.
なんだかんだと大人ぶってはいても、所詮はユージもお子ちゃまね。
Not you
あんた全
too.
然わかってな
Not
い
you
わよ。
too. Another pain in the ass. Just what I need.
いい？ツンデレが嫌と言ったときはオッケーってことなのよ。わかる？押すなと言ったら押せ！それがツンデレよ。
それはツンデレではなくリアクション芸人なのではないでしょうか。
Hey, I like the Three Stooges. In the first place, Maki is not exactly tsundere, right?
とにかく嫌って言ってても心の中じゃもっとグイグイ来なさいよ。嫌がってる私を無理やりねじ伏せてみなさいよってことなのよ。わかる？
What? What?
あなたたちまたこんなところで朝から
Oh,
たむろして
please
今度
be,
は何の悪巧みをしているというの？
please be the lone voice of reason.
いや別に悪巧みってわけじゃないわよ。マキナが昨べはユージの部屋に泊まったってのに何もなかったって言うから。
まずはそれが本当か嘘かって話から始まって、もし本当に何もなかったのなら何が原因なんだろうねって、そんな感じ？
Please, Yumiko. Talk some sense into these women.
風見くん、
Yes.
あなたの他人から誤解されやすい性格や同行した冗談を平気で口にする態度に軽微な問題はあったとしても、決して不誠実だとは思ってはいないし、
Oh, thank you.
私はこれでも一応あなたのことは節度のある人物
Thank
だと
you.
認識していま
Thank
す。
you. Someone gets it.
ですから正直に言いなさい。イ
Ah!
リスさんを抱いたの？
What? What the hell is wrong with you people? How many times have I got... What?
本当に何もしなかったの？ヘッダーレなの？
This is it. This is over. Game's over. Y'all so goddamn noisy.
お待たせ。
Oh.
出たのよさ。
Let's get out of here, Makina. These people are fucked up.
ってみんなしてこんなとこ集まって何してんのよ。
You don't want to know. Let's go. Don't ask me. Too much damn time on their hands, the lot of them.
なんかよくわかんないけど、みんなパン食べる？待望の新作 M8i2 なのよ。
If you have to name a bread, like a code name, I don't think I want to try it. That's something you call like a gun. Not a food item.
M8i2？ そう。M はメロンパンを表す形式記号で、8は8番目に作ったパンを表して、I は制作者のイニシャル、イリスの I。最後の2は改良番号。
Interesting.
2回改良を受けましたよって意味なのよさ。
Just give me the damn bread already, please. I gotta get my mind off of something.
見た目は普通のメロンパンじゃない。何をどう改良したってのよ。パンは焼くと膨らむでしょ。だから表面のクッキー生地とベースのパンの間に波型に型抜きしたパイ生地が挟んであるのよさ。メロンパンの命とも言えるかじりついた時のザクザク感を大事にしてみました。
Boy, she's really pumped up about this bread. Bread is like a big deal in Japan. Sort of like the wing of an airplane, structurally speaking.
そう、ヒントはそれ。錦大帝の羽と同じ構造なのよさ。
Okay. No kidding. You already put some thought into this.
まあ、食ってみ。結構いけるのよさ。
I see. That layer of air between the surface and the main body really does emphasize the crispness of the cookie dough. It's not that bad.
タロー、みんなも食べて感想を聞かせてほしいのよさ。どれどれ？ほんとだ。なんか今までにはないメロンパン感覚。ふんわりザクザク？私これ結構好きかも。でもなんかスカスカしてるわね。
そうね。でも温かい状態でアイスクリームと一緒に食べたら美味しいかもしれないわね。
やはり食べ応えが今後の課題なのよさ。早急に M8i3 の開発に着手せねば。
What, you've already got the next edition planned out?
パンと生地の間に井桁を組んで中にクリームをサンドするインテグラルタンク構造にしてみるのよさ。
So we're switching from the fine bow to the fine cigar, huh? Fine cigar Mitsubishi G4M World War II Imperial Japanese plane with fuel tanks in its wings that enabled long-range flights. Unfortunately, these were prone to bursting into flames, hence the name Fine Cigar.
かじりついた瞬間にブビュッとクリームがはみ出る新構造。名付けてワンバイトオーバーフロー。これは売れる。食べにくいけど売れる。
I'm not sure if I follow the logic there, but a passion for experimentation is a good thing. In a society defined by abundant plenty, something that's tasty but tricky to eat might distinguish itself as a high class precisely because of the slight inconvenience involved. The girl might not be too far off conceptually. That's all well and good, but at this point, Amane takes the conversation down a troubling new path.
前から聞こう思うててんけど、なんでメロンパンなのに丸いん？丸いのはサンライズやん。
Thanks to this cryptic remark from our former Kanto resident, Ash Ketchum, what the heck is a sunrise becomes the hot topic of the moment. Not that I particularly give a shit, like anything these people talk about half the time. Don't care. Fade to black. Nice. No one cares. Shouldn't care.
バイトに行ってくるのよさ。
Give him hell, kid. So let's tussle the hair a little bit. Before long, it's 8 o'clock and Makina's setting off for her shift at the bakery. Watching the girl march triumphantly out of her room, her prototype MAI-2 safely stowed in a plastic bag, I nod deeply to myself. Alright then, I guess I should be going as well.
あんたもどっか行くの？
Yeah, I do have places to go. I don't sit in my room all day. I'm working today myself. Even as I'm speaking, I quickly slip into one of my work uniforms and swing a bag full of tools over my shoulder.
帰りは？何時頃になるの？
I don't care, I'm not telling you. You'll just have to wait. 5:30 or so, as long as nothing comes up.
そう。
Which it probably
じゃあ
will.
マキナと大体同じ時間だね。晩ご飯用意して待ってるから、遅くなるときは電話して。
Oh, aren't you the nice little housewife? I'll be on my way, alright.
はーい、行ってらっしゃい。
Alright, sayonara and stuff. I suppose this qualifies as a part-time job, but it's different from the normal routine. Today I'm working as Makina's bodyguard. The tools are inconspicuous. Make me seem like I'm supposed to be like everywhere, but nowhere. I received a full 70 million in advance payment on this one, so I can't exactly treat it like a game. That's a lot of money. That sort of money warrants a serious approach and professional attitude. Stepping out of the school gate, I casually turned my head to glance in the direction of the shopping district, immediately spotting Makina in the distance. After confirming that there aren't any suspicious cars stopped in the area, I started walking after her on the opposite side of the street. There'd hardly be any point to tagging right along after the girl. Easier and less conspicuous just to walk her down to the station in the first place, but I do have my reasons for taking a more furtive approach. First of all, I don't want Makina to be anywhere that I'm guarding her. That's important. If she knows I'm protecting her, that knowledge would start to influence her actions in revealing ways. Even if I told her to try and act normally, an awkward movement would give it away sooner or later, tipping off anyone who might be observing. If the enemy realizes Makina has a bodyguard, they'll change their tactics accordingly. They wouldn't be much fun from my perspective. The ideal is to keep both Makina and anyone targeting her ignorant of my presence. Therefore, after following her from a good distance for a while, I began cutting quickly through side streets to get ahead of her. If I was targeting Makina, I'd spend 7 days at the very least on observation, trying to get a solid grasp of her daily patterns of behavior. Before making any attempt, I'd compile the most detailed possible data I could at her walking speed, route, and typical itinerary. Sniper, kidnapper, whatever, any pro would do the same. In fact, I spent some time this morning putting myself in the shoes of an assassin, narrowing down some potential sniping points. I devised and evaluated a few plausible spots, simulating attempts at shooting Makina on her way to and from the bakery, but as a target, the girl's genuinely troublesome. First of all, she's a shrimp, makes for a smaller target, more easily obstructed. Secondly, her actions are frequently hard to anticipate. If the girl comes across some hostess out walking a cute little doggy, she'll without a doubt stop dead and hold a lengthy conversation with the animal. On top of it all, there's that fundamentally whimsical personality. If she needs to make 3 turns to her destination, she'll randomly change the road she uses, so it's hard to nail down an exact route. Taking all these negatives into account, there are 2 spots that seem potentially effective. Take out a hand-drawn map from my pocket of my school uniform. It's a detailed sketch of the terrain within a decent radius of the station, with 2 lines connecting hypothetical sniping spots and impact points. The first potentially effective choice is a shot from on top of the pedestrian bridge over the East Branch Line rail track. which provides a good view of the main shopping district area. There is practically no cover to worry about, and the distance would only be about 300 meters, on top of which you'd be hitting the girl from behind, making it easier to line up the shot. Problem is, you'd stand out too much. If you openly set up shop with a rifle up there, even a dim-witted Grimskull will point out, "Look, Mommy, it's an assassin." Considering the risk of exposure, you'd probably have to snipe from under the canopy of a parked truck. But that'd limit your angle of fire severely, making it easy to lose track of the target in the crowd. That's not too appetizing. I do take a look just for safety's sake, but there don't seem to be any suspicious idling cars in the area marked as suitable for sniping. Snipers need time to prepare. It's not like they're going to tear up, fire a shot from the window, then pill out. Probably safe to conclude no one's shooting from there today. But there's also the second possibility. A shot from the 8th floor of the parking garage south of the Mishima Cape station, next to the fashion building currently under construction. The structure itself isn't open to the public yet, so entry is restricted. In other words, once you slip in, you'll be able to spread out a pretty sizable shot without any awkward questions from passers-by. Also, since it's a downward angle, you should probably get a clean line of sight. The target's short stature won't be nearly so much of an issue. However, the shot would require firing from between two buildings, obstructed by an elevated park and the Mishima Cape station itself. No matter where you position yourself, you're not going to get even a 2-meter slice of visibility. What's more, you'd be firing at Makina from the side as she walks past from a range of 600 meters. If you take time to identify the girl after she enters your field of view, she'll have walked right by before you can get a bullet over there. In other words, you've got one chance. It only lasts a few seconds. I can't see working without a cooperator following the target, constantly keeping you up to date on her movements. Yeah. Sky's pretty, right? Stopping just before an intersection that connects my side street to the main road, I peer down at the map in my hand, play acting a blue-collar worker new to the area. And while glancing around as if to search for landmarks, I spot Makina approaching from the left. Keeping the brim of my plain workman's cap low over my eyes so she doesn't recognize me, I proceed to gaze in her general direction, not focusing on anything in particular. When you start deliberately darting your eyes around looking for suspicious people, you tend to get tunnel vision. Actually end up missing more than you would otherwise. On the other hand, when you take in the scene as a whole, like you're appreciating a work of art, people moving in unusual ways will stand out as if painted in vivid hues. Right now, we're near the very tail end of the morning rush to work. There aren't many people on the streets. Among the sparse crowd, one man quickly catches my eye. He's strolling along behind Makina, shooting her regular glances while putting on a great show of casually looking around the area. Complete amateur, any way you look at him. The tale is comically awful. I've seen love-struck middle schoolers stalking their crush with more subtlety. At a glance, the guy seems to be in his late 20s or early 30s. He's wearing a 3,000 yen pair of loafers and a 2 for 30,000 suit. He's also got on a pair of eyeglasses with unusually thick black rims, perhaps as intense as disguise, but kind of protectively. They make him stand out in the crowd. Huh. You know, I could almost just leave this be. Not like he's going to get anything worthwhile. But even so, I'd like to know who this kid belongs to. Folding the map into a neat square and putting it away in my chest pocket, I casually step into a nearby Busky Robinson ice cream store. Yeah, okay, copyright. Who is this man?
8月12日
Oh,
午前8時15分
ooh.
対象者の追尾を開始
Beginning surveillance of target.
井原直之
Oh, who is this guy? We're gonna find out in the next episode of The Fruit of Grisaia. Take it easy, everybody.